and you receive both long and short ideas from me every single Sunday. So this is my AMC short execution on the first day it gapped up. I'm always more bearish of AMC than GameStop because this company, AMC, they essentially can do offerings and raise money anytime they want with their AMC preferred shares. Again, this is their way of doing dilution all the time. It's not good for their investors. There's no buying forces in the world or hedge funds getting squeezed that can outweigh the selling pressure from the company diluting their shareholders and selling paper. So that's why I almost never trade AMC on the long side anymore since 2021. In my opinion, that's like trying to swim against a tsunami. Fun fact about me, I know no one asked, I'm a really good swimmer. I used to be on the swim team and I used to be a lifeguard. But I would not swim against the dilution of AMC. So let's take a look at this AMC chart now on a huge gap up day. You can see it also lasted 2 days, just like GME. And the following days, it just kind of sold off. But if you look at the daily chart, this little spike on the daily from $5 to $13, if you zoom out, this barely ever tested the levels from 2021, where if you adjust it to the post splits price in 2021, this thing went to 108, and then later in the summer it went to $348. Now with a short squeeze, gamma squeeze from a couple weeks ago, it was only able to test $11. So it's kind of funny. Just because of all the dilution they've done with the preferred shares. So if you look at AMC pre-market, again, when I trade these things, I call them sector plays or sympathy plays. They all kind of follow one leader, which in this case is GameStop. So when GameStop was testing highs pre-market, AMC definitely followed from $7 to $13 pre-market, pulled back sharply with GameStop. And at the open, you can see it halted down multiple times, just like GameStop. Now, this thing was actually able to test the pre-market levels. You can see this consolidation area pre-market, this zone here around, let's call it 1050. So $10 to $10.50, that's kind of the consolidation area you had pre-market. And it was unable to reclaim, stayed below VWAP, just like GameStop. And you can see this thing actually faded all the way down. So it was weaker than GameStop. Because GameStop didn't fade this much, and with the fade, it faded into the midday, but bounced back up into the close. But with AMC, like you bet every single time the stock gaps up, the company is selling paper, right? Like we talked about earlier. So on that particular day, I planned on the short for AMC. I wanted to see the stock under 1050 and $10, that key level we talked about, and especially if it stays below VWAP. And I want to short it. Like honestly, like I planned on swinging the short overnight with AMC just because we did the research on the fundamentals, we know about the dilution, the preferred shares, and the stock honestly has room all the way back down to $4 and $3. So let's take a look on my execution here on the first red day short. So you can see the stock, I had this pre-market scalp short here, covered it all. Pre-market just scalp from $12 down to $10.50s, not bad. But remember that level I was looking at, the $10, $10.15s. If that level breaks, I'm going in short. So you can see I didn't short it at the open. I shorted on the breakdown.